Hello, cutie pie baby doll. We're going to talk about ChainLink today. Sergey is the founder of ChainLink and he's a visionary. And he can see stuff into the future that you can't see and I can't see either. Why? We are peanut brains. And he knows something or two. So look what's going on with ChainLink here. He's made a post. Built-in guarantees are the new minimum standard users expect from financial applications. He's basically alluding to the fact that the crypto industry is now moving forward beyond let's throw everything to the wall and see what sticks. If you want to onboard the early majority, late majority, skeptics and the laggards of the adoption cycle, you need to make real products. We are in early because we love prices going up, bleeding edge technology. We have a different reason compared to the new people coming in, all right? If you're able to identify this, you're the one who kills it, all right? So look at this. The rapid adoption of tokenized real-world assets like stablecoins is proof that users want assets that offer more control, faster settlement, and composability with next-gen DeFi apps. So composability just means chains that can talk to each other. That's the word that they use. So, you've got blue fluffy socks. I've got red ones. Let's chit and chat about it and talk about how fluffy and soft they are. You need Polkadot to talk to Solana. You need Solana to talk to Ethereum and even centralized exchanges and then different layer 2s and everything in between. You need them to be able to communicate with each other because that's how the future is going to look like. And whoever's able to make applications that grab the data that they need to grab with the users they need to grab, you're going to have the next Uber, the next Menulog. You're going to have the next Netflix. You're going to have these amazing applications being built, okay? So DeFi is just the entry level to this. And you're going to see why, ChainLink can go to $200, $600. Maybe if we held for 10 years, it goes to that $1,000 mark. That's where I really think it's going, okay? So Sergey then talks with TUSD. So if we're just to grab quickly, just to let you know, right? So there's three different stablecoin types, all right? There's centralized, there's, semi, and then there's decentralized, okay? There are three stablecoin types, okay? A centralized stablecoin is wrapped Bitcoin. You give your Bitcoin to a company, and then they take your KYC, they take your identity, they say, yes, you've got blue fluffy socks, you've got green ones, you don't have any red, sit down and straighten your back. Here you go. This is your wrapped Bitcoin. They hand you the wrapped Bitcoin, and it's in custody. Your identity is known. And every wrapped Bitcoin is accounted for based off people in a database, okay? This is centralized. It's the one with least risk because, you trust the institution. They're not going to fumble and jumble. The person handling the ledger for the accounts is not going to drink a bit too much and go wild, okay? But we don't want this, in the future. But it's good that it exists, It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Helps you move Bitcoin asset in, okay? Then you have a semi, right? Not that semi. We have REN BTC. So REN BTC is middle of this scale. So REN, it's decentralized in terms of anybody can use the bridge. So you can bridge from Bitcoin and then you can go and make REN BTC. So you can get your Bitcoin ledger and you can send it through to their bridge and it will mint you REN Bitcoin on the other end, and you'll be able to mint it on the Ethereum blockchain. You're like, wow, I just moved money from Bitcoin to Ethereum. But there's admin keys, okay? There are admin keys. I think it's about 5 dudes. 5 dudes. I don't know the status of their socks or their slippers, by the way. But they've been tested before. I think if they're going to run off with like 50,000 Bitcoin, they would have run off by now, okay? So it's in the middle in terms of anybody can use it, but there is a fail-safe. There is a multi-sig admin key function where if something blows up, they can fix everything. which is kind of what you want, Like, we want to be decentralized, but it's nice to know that in case stuff blows up, explodes that nobody can foresee, that we have somebody there, okay? Now, decentralized is the dream. It's where everything works seamlessly, right? And nothing interrupts. That is TUSD. Now, I remember years ago about this. I thought this was going to be big back in 2020. Not too big, because I could kind of see, no one really wanted to use this. And I think to do this, you needed another person to do it with you. I think if you were going to send one Bitcoin, you needed somebody to sign something or have a Bitcoin as well. I forgot the exact mechanics, but I was like, nah, I don't like that. You start needing to hold hands for someone. It's like, oh, I want to go have a drink. Okay, well, you're going to need a drinking buddy at home in your bedroom. Just chill out. All right, we're not about that lifestyle here. So TUSD, I think, can be improved over time, and that's hopefully how the industry grows. But this is where ChainLink, is coming in, and we're going to see things be made to help push it through the moon, okay? So look at this. With TUSD, remember, that's the fully decentralized one, right? We're seeing the continued evolution of stablecoin designs and proof of reserve adoption. So, fresh reminder, remember, if you're moving Bitcoin to Ethereum, you need something to be 100% accurate to tell you that, there's 1,000 Bitcoin in the treasury and there's 1,000 Bitcoin on the other side. You can't have a mismatch. Otherwise, there's a run on the treasury. Okay, that's why it's really important, and you shouldn't take any risks. They're going to use ChainLink. They are using ChainLink, okay? So, proof of reserve adoption. So, ChainLink is being used natively within the minting function to verify off-chain collateral. So that's how it exists in this world, You've got Ethereum, but everything outside Ethereum is called off-chain. It's the unknown world that a lot of scary, weird, alien stuff can happen. And you have to make sure it's right. Because you got to remember, man, if you go to every single chain, everybody believes they are the center of the world. So when they're looking outside, everything's an off-chain. Just like how you're in a country, everyone's an immigrant. Doesn't matter which country you're in, you're an outsider. You didn't come from here. You got to take this thing seriously. And they are. That's why ChainLink is the plumbing of DeFi. And plumbing is sexy. You just got to know how to do it right. So this built-in transparency is the power of on-chain finance. Okay, so you can see the founder is nudging everything along, saying, my vision is it's decentralized in the future with a lot of autonomous stuff. Now, it doesn't mean everything just is fully automatic, but it shows you the way we're moving. It's like, let's cut out the fat. Let's cut out the middleman. Let's make these systems seamless and simple and trusted so that we don't need companies in the middle like whatever they got. I think they're called like BitGo, right? To sit there and get your KYC and go, yes, you've got 2 fluffy socks, you've got 2 slippers. We can remove them, okay? That's where we're going. That's what crypto was made to remove middlemen, right? So that's the true intention of it. Now, obviously, we love the degens, we love the dog coins, we love the Ponzi's, we love the gaming, the metaverse, all this stuff. People doing handstands, showing their boobies on Twitter. All right, we love all that too. Yes, but, okay, let's think about where we're going, okay? We can make money on that later. But for now, ChainLink, okay? So, adds transparency, on-chain finance, all right? And here we go, even Sergey. Tokenized RWA, so real-world assets. Let's write it down here because you're a friend, baby doll, right? Real-world asset. So, obviously in the future, you might be able to put up your house with a company and then they will mint you some coins on crypto and they will be entitled to it. But they've given you the coins, and we're going to use this for other assets too. So maybe stocks, houses, cars. Wouldn't that be nifty and cool, friends? The world is going this way. We can access so much collateral out there in the world sitting there. Imagine that. So many things people own that they want to send to other people, but they can't. But what if you made a token to represent the ownership? Now, wouldn't that be something special? Well, that's exactly what crypto's made. That's exactly why it's made. Now you have some like really bludgeoned versions of that where they're like, well, let's make an apartment complex, and like there's 100,000 tokens, and each token represents ownership of the rental income of the apartment. That's like so basic and so inefficient that it's good to like, get your feet wet and just jump in the industry. But we're going to go way beyond that, okay? So Sergey even continues. So real world assets, the tokenized version of them, are the beachhead. I know what a beach is. I know what head is. Don't know what a beachhead is. So they are the beachhead for showing the wider economy the power of cryptographic guarantees. As more activity flows to Web3, the shift will become obvious. So as a very quick, fresh reminder, right? Web 1 equals read only. Yes, read only. I can read the internet. You can read information. Web 2 equals read plus write. Social media. We can contact each other. Send it back and forth. Post on a live wall. Twitter, right? Web 3 equals read plus write plus own. Own is the crypto. People want to own things. And when they own, we want to own a lot of stuff. We can't have a system where all this ownership transfers has people in the middle putting their hands in and going like, well, your socks aren't that fluffy today and we don't like your KYC because you voted for the purple guy, but the yellow guy was who I voted for. We can't live in that society. It's not efficient. So crypto's just building a better system. It's beautiful. Okay. So Sergey, this is how he speaks. So this is what he's nudging it towards. And obviously ChainLink fits into all of this. This is the ChainLink Ethereum chart. Okay. But ChainLink, if ChainLink goes to this price you see on the right here, which is, by the way, this is very offensive to a Link Marine. If I mention this, the price is so low that, yeah, they want to shoot you. All right. So even, let's do something real. So if Link gets to 0.03 up here, that's Link ETH. That becomes 3% of Ethereum's price. So ChainLink will become 3% of whatever Ethereum's price is in the future. And that's why if we think Ethereum is going to $10,000, that means you have a $300 stinky linky. Isn't that nuts? And then if you tell me, all right, well, whatever got to 10%, 10% of Ethereum's price, you got a $1,000 link. But man, these numbers get so crazy and wild. I mean, like, whoa. I know the price target is big. You can get $300 link, but slow down. So how the assets are going to work, man. ChainLink makes everything smart. So you have crypto right here, and then you have a bigger world out here with all these data nodes. And I'm gonna draw just these little circles. All of these are data nodes. These are different countries, different medical records, different like sports club memberships, different universities, different work employment areas, banking information, all these data nodes, okay? They all exist, okay? And they have to make it in here somewhere. But how are they just going to connect, right? It's so inefficient for crypto applications to try set up one to every single one. So what's going to happen is you have the stinky link, which is going to come in, which is they already have, and the stinky link right here, they're making CCIP. And the ChainLink Oracle service itself, which already exists. And they say, hello, friends, connect your data to me. And this is the, country of Switzerland, your bank information, right? The public ones, right? So, and this is like health records for United Kingdom, right? And this is Harvard University something, right? So you can see all this information. You're like, hey, use all, calm, divert all your attention here. Every single one, okay? All of it. And then in crypto, you have entrepreneurs come in. So the entrepreneurs are going to come in and they say, hey, I've got an idea for an application, right? So I want to make a fitness app where I help out people who are poor. So you got to have an income of $30,000 or less. And people who weigh over like 100 kilos, people who are overweight. And I only want to target the west coast of Australia, of America, okay? because that's the only people I can really afford with my time. So you will be able to grab this information from ChainLink, right? And you might have an offer for these people, you know? You might want to market to them. You might, hey, say, hey, man, like, I'll give you, like, I'm going to choose 5 lucky winners, and I'm just going to give you, like, free advice to help change your life or whatever, okay? Now, we're going to get more creative over time. I'm trying to tell you about Uber in 1999 of the internet, when all we were doing were buying books on Amazon, okay? So the future's coming. It's going to get cool and grifty and nifty, and everyone's going to be doing handstands and showing their boobies, and everyone's going to be showing off their socks. That's what's coming in the future. Chainlink is the core of it. That's the infrastructure. So when Sergey talks about real world assets and price feeds and all this information coming, that's where it's coming from. So it's way more efficient to do it this way. And it doesn't even matter whether me and you think it's right, wrong, inefficient, or efficient. It's happening this way no matter what. The World Economic Forum and SWIFT, go listen. I've already made videos on this. Listen to the language that they've said. They said, hey, it's too hard for us to go and pick like the top 3 winners of blockchains. If we just use Chainlink's data and Chainlink routes everything, then everyone wins, okay? So this is it. And you say, okay, what's this got to do with the Link token? Well, Chainlink charges nothing now. Chainlink charges nothing. But now that they're gaining adoption, you're going to have to go to them. They're going to start monetizing everything. And so all these data feeds, right? You're going to have to pay for it, man. These people, these entrepreneurs, they're going to have to pay for it. There's a price on this data. They're going to have to pay for the price quotes. They're going to have to pay for the updates, and they're going to be paying in Link tokens. Okay, so this is the future going. But I've explained this world to you. You don't even really need to learn or do any of that. You're just holding. You just be like, well, something's going to happen with this Web3 stuff, and Chainlink's going to moon and whatever. Okay, so don't think you actually really need to do anything. We're just buying and holding. That's it. Okay, it's the plumbing, the infrastructure of the world. So you see all these green lines here. That's why I say it's Chainlink is the plumbing of everything. And that's where it's going. Because there is no other way. Do you know a second best oracle? Would you try, like, if you were in charge of the security of the US president, and they've been using one standard car, which is bomb-proof, you know, maybe like a 7 Series Beamer, special presidential car that they make with like 16 layers of titanium, would you take your chance on a second-grade car? You're like, well, they've never used this other car before. Like, would you put your head on the line and do that? You wouldn't. Most people wouldn't. They'll just be like, what's been working for the past 80 years? Okay, well, let's just use that, okay? That's probably how it's going to happen. That's how network effect communities adoption happens, okay? So this is how it's all working, friends. We have a $600 Chainlink target, but me being a bulltard, okay, $600 divide by 3 equals $200. That's my target. Maybe Chainlink goes to 0 and we lose everything. Maybe it goes to $200. Maybe everyone spits on me and it goes to $300 or $400. That's going to be a dream. Until next time, friends.